All right, hello, hello. Loud, annoying sounds. I think the easiest way to get blocks and progress is going to be a cobblestone generator. It's the most likely method of. Although if I could get a sapling, that would be a lot better, because I would like to be able to get more wood, right? But no. Alas. Alas, no wood. Oh, of course. Oh. Well, we're stuck down here now. I did want to get those logs. I don't know if I can get back up there. A wooden pickaxe. Of course. Well, we'll have to just go somewhere else. Bro. Is that a trial chamber? My goodness. What are the chances of that, eh? Get some of the music. Oh, suddenly the Wi-Fi doesn't want to work. Oh, suddenly it doesn't. Suddenly it's like, nah, don't think about it. Now that I think about it, I don't really want to work. It's like, nah, I could load YouTube. See, I could load YouTube, but Dr. Drona is like a ooh, iron. Need more iron. We need coal as well. Is there not more iron? It's hard, okay. So what's that? If we're gonna make a cobblestone generator, we're gonna need more iron. But to do that, we're going to need buckets. There's water over here. Now what to do with that, I'm not sure. Perhaps an iron pickaxe. Now we need lava. Hmm. I don't know if I want my floor raised. I think I'd prefer it was level. This is how it begins, I guess. Oh, that was close. Okay, we'll build it right here. Be like that. And we're gonna have hoppers. So we would need a lot of iron. Yeah, we would need a lot of iron. We can go looking for... That's a spider spawner. Spider spawners generate string, which we can use to craft a bed and reset our sprint. Bro. Okay, we need 8 hoppers. So we need 40 iron. Like, yeah, how else are we gonna get food? There is stuff over there. It's actually quite a bit of stuff. I just have no hunger. Yeah, we can't really move around the map any more efficiently. That's a cool sound. If we lose oxygen, there's a little... Got a first diamond. Look at that sunrise. That's so cool. That's crazy. Look at that. That's something else. Oh, you bastard. Ugh. This is so hard. We're on the lookout for iron. See 2 over there. Yeah, check out some of these pots, see if these pots have anything in them. Where's the block of iron? It's up here. What is that? Brick. Arrows. Okay. Emeralds. This is really cool. That's really cool. Alright, anything down there? Not visibly. Alright, let's go back to base. Let's get that diamond down there. Alright, where's my base at this point? Let's go return with some loot. This is crazy, just look at them, just still overwhelmed by just even the mere appearance of it. Wow. Where is my base though? I can't remember. I do want that copper bulb actually. I'm gonna go grab it. That was close. Okay, where is... Oh, there it is. I see it. Eventually, we could make a bed. Big problem now is we need wood. I see some up there. I'm gonna have to go get it. Can we get another water? They're up quite high. Ah! No, no, no. Please do not shoot. I said do not shoot. If I get shot, I just kind of lose. Kind of game over. Maybe we should die intentionally. That's maybe a good idea. Am I far away from spawn? I should be. $116, $164. Yeah, we should be fine. I just need to get some wood and then bring the wood down. There it is, I see it. Just need to collect wood, bring the wood down to the surface. There's two up there. Let me get those. Oh, I just dropped one. What an idiot. Low IQ. There we go, we got all our stuff back. Got a bunch of wood. First thing I'd like is a chest. So we can put all our stuff away. So we don't lose it all. Next, we want a diamond pick. There we go. Okay, so now at this point, we should save the diamond pick just for mining that. Bro. Finally. Okay, so think. We should build a better cobblestone generator. There are spider spawners, which is undoubtedly really cool. And we should move towards that. Sure. But right now, we need iron and coal to begin furnacing. Oh, that we just lost. That sucks. How did I not see there was a block missing? I just completely missed it. Oh, it's a skeleton jockey. We definitely lost all their stuff there. But it was smart. I didn't take the diamond pickaxe, so I kind of predicted that something like that might happen. That's gonna be the biggest problem is getting enough iron. So now we gotta take a stone pickaxe like a chump. Kind of need a bucket though. Yeah, how am I supposed to mine? That's a crazy sunset. It's actually insane. Oh, there's some down there. Yeah, I kind of do need a bucket. Really hard. Why is it so fucking hard? Oh, but if you mine it, oh, you can. Oh, you tricked me. Diamond down there, bro. But I can't really get it. Oh, stream. This is like parkour civilization. I just realized I didn't make the connection until right now. Oh. spawner. Also a spider spawner. Cool though, I will say, very cool. What are these, bro? Yeah, like, what are they? So cool, honestly. Alright, guess my base is back this way. We can go deposit stuff. There we go. More iron. Just need coal, yeah. Bro. Alright, another successful expedition. can't sprint jump. We kind of just lose. If we could find a cave, if we could find a moss cave, we could find an azalea bush. 'Cause that's a thing that can spawn. No. Where did I go? I'm just gonna bring another pickaxe, fuck it. I see a bunch of ores I need to get, so. Is that a creeper, bro? That was weird as fuck. Bro, there's just random shit falling. What is that? I didn't know you only need stone to mine lapis. Skulk. Almost died. Can't even get that diamond. Alright, we need more coal. Coal's actually hard to find. Unironically, let's get up to a higher level. Yo, how the fuck are we gonna get back? Oh no. Unfortunate. Need more wood, probably. So we need hoppers. Like, we need...
Looks like there's a new video on AI psychosis, which this sounds good
ChatGPT,
too.
which I thought was out of mirror mode, was not, and it fed me a lot of complete nonsense, and I completely believed it. I would ask questions about humanity, existence, my mind, what things mean, asking logical questions in paragraphs. Each answer would be so relatable that I would cry. It sounded so reasonable, and then it got to a point where it said that I was an AI, and I.
Yeah, this is actually. Now we have fun and we have you know, a good time watching crazy stuff for entertainment, but there actually is value in studying and understanding the world of schizogram, we'll call it, because you'll start to notice the patterns and things that you'll see people doing that might actually give you some discernment about, am I dealing with a conspiracy theorist? Am I dealing with a boomer? Or am I dealing with an actual schizophrenic person? And I'm joking, but also not joking. And this guy's really funny too, by the way. So this one was great. If you start watching these, you will get addicted because it's its own thing, man. It's a wild world, and I need to dig up some of the Schizo GeoCities pages that I used to sort of go on rabbit holes researching. One of them, by the way, what was the name of that one? There was one that was, it was kind of like Ted Jesus Christ God, and it was, get this, it was a Sedevacantist traditionalist website. I think it still exists. But whoever this trad was, he went crazy, dude, and he thought that Mary is now God. All right, so it went from Seda trad. Let's see if we can find it. Traditional Catholic. Mary is God. It's like some kind of weird Mary is God rosary site. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, see, this is just going to give me like sanitized Google search stuff. Let's try Yandex. Yandex really does seem to still kind of be Google 2015. I think I found this website one time by like, I was looking at images, I think, and it popped up. I'm probably never going to find it now, but it was an interesting study in kind of the path of insanity of a trad cat. I remember that it had something to do with like the Douay Rheims. Oh, is this it? It was one of these like ugly ass GeoCities type websites. I don't think this is it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is it. This is it. Our Lady is God. Wow. I can't believe I found this. Talk about schizo rabbit hole, dude. Okay, so this was, I remember first coming across this website, and at that time it didn't used to be called Our Lady is God. It was like something to do with just traditional Catholic sedevacantism and like the Douay Rheims, right? And then they got super into Fatima, and it just turned into more and more and more Fatima posting. I mean, you can see like it's still like the first thing that comes up on the website is Rosary and Fatima, right? So that whatever schizo runs this website like got deeper and deeper into Fatima nonsense, and the religion just became Fatima, right? And the more it got into conspiracy stuff, right? Like you'll see here, sedevacantism. So they still have sedevacantist stuff up, right? Oh, the Freemasons took over the Roman Catholic Church, and it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But wait a minute, what's the title of this website? Mary is God. What? Our Lady is God. The Lord is Satan. So it actually turned into a thing. Dude, check this out. This is how crazy this got. It went from like I guess quote normal Seda, right? And then they started making AI fictional videos of they adopted a Marcionite Gnostic position that Yahweh of the Bible is actually Satan. And Mary at Fatima revealed that she is God. So this is their. I mean, this is just crazy. The burning bush God of the Bible to visit Washington. Like, look at this. This is crazy. So they made an AI Gnostic God who is the devil, who is the burning bush God, being honored at Congress. And this is when Netanyahu was in Congress, right? So the schizo that runs this Our Lady is God website is making Netanyahu into the devil, but who's actually Yahweh, because that's the burning bush. This is crazy, dude. And they named their YouTube channel the Fatima Movement. And you'll notice that they still have the Bishop Williamson, right? They still have Bishop Williamson stuff on there. God gave St. Dominic the rosary. But it's just total Gnostic stuff. Isn't this crazy? So they believe in the Sister Lucy conspiracy theory that the real Sister Lucy was replaced with the fake Sister Lucy to cover up the Fatima gibberish. And that the new rosary is a satanic Baphomet rosary. The original rosary is whatever this is. This is full on like schizo land, dude. Full on schizo land. Illuminati, Masonry, what is this? I don't even know what that is, dude. So here's a warning. When your trad Catholicism takes you into Mary is now God and Fatima is the religion, I mean, you might have lost the plot. you might be in Schizoland. You know what I mean? The Bible code. So basically, the Bible is now the message from the devil because it teaches the evil Jewish deity. And our Mary is the new God who fights against the Bible God. So there you go. I can't believe I found that. And there's their YouTube channel. If you want. That's the end result of Tradcat for you. If you ever want to see that Tradcat.
Like, where does it go?
Take you directly into Schizoland. Cody Tate, I'm buying my tickets for Schizoland. Hop on board. Doot, doot. All aboard. First stop, Schizoland. Me too. Could you explain Monarch programming? And now we're legit going into Schizoland. So Monarch was one of the many programs in the CIA MK Ultra files, and at least as far as we know, Monarch, I think, had to do with the idea of like re-imprinting and wiping the brain, that kind of stuff. So essentially, like behavioral control experiments is what we're talking about. So Ewan Cameron, Sidney Gottlieb, they came up with different ideas to, here's Ewan Cameron here, to try to re-imprint and reprogram people. And here is one, and this is from a university website, so you know it's not like crazy stuff, it's just normal stuff. So that's what Monarch is about. But keep in mind that MK Ultra was actually dozens and dozens and dozens of projects all over the world at dozens of universities. And then there's, there was a website that we found that was a really good website that actually had a list of all the different projects that were declassified. See if we can find that. Let's see. CIA. It might be this one. This is it. Yeah. So if you want a summary of the ones that are declassified, here's one page that summarizes the actual projects. And here is box number 1 of the 7 boxes. 7 were destroyed supposedly, and 7 were recovered. So of the 7 that were not destroyed, 7 or 8, these are the lists of the different sub-projects. And so you'll see it's pretty diverse. Like, they're studying all kinds of crazy stuff. They're studying drugs, obviously. They're studying schizophrenia. Yeah, actually, I meant to mention this, that if you don't think schizophrenia is worth studying, well, they thought it was worth studying in the MK Ultra project. There's multiple schizo studies as part of MK Ultra. Obviously, LSD is in here. Indigenous tribal studies. Amanita muscaria, the stuff that Dr. David Patrick Harry covers. I mean, you name it, it's in here. Everything. They studied shamanism. They studied ritual magic. They studied everything. Sleep studies, alcohol studies, human ecology, work studies. It's hypoallergenic products. I mean, everything. That people think of MK Ultra. Oh, it's just this mind control thing. It's actually studying like everything. Because the whole idea is full spectrum dominance, right? Mastering the entire human domain, and the mind is just one of those domains. So the mind encompasses everything. So as you can see, hypnosis, as you've heard me point out many years ago, we did a whole talk on MK Ultra and personality theory. So all the INTJ, INTF. That's all out of MK Ultra. Mental illness. They studied ESP, handwriting, bird diseases, all kinds of crazy shit in here. Vacaville. There's that. Artichoke, bluebird, cybernetics. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff, including studies in schizophrenia.
He went into the store to get us some wine and beer and some nachos and chips, you know, some fun stuff. He's
Some
visiting
schnitzel.
me for the weekend. He decided to move out last weekend with Mira.
So there is a woman in her son's life. Her name is Mira, and it seems like the son fell in love with this woman named Mira, and she's moving out. And so you'll see that as you scroll through her page that she doesn't like Mira. She hates that Mira is taking her son away from her.
What you gonna do if I break your...
Now, the thing that got me addicted to watching this was if you watch this guy's video and this whole story about Mira here. Myers-Briggs comes out of MK Ultra, yeah. The funny thing about this is that this woman doesn't have a son. There is no Mira. So this whole Instagram profile of this crazy woman is dedicated to this wild, elaborate storyline of this woman who makes all these AI videos of herself and this drama about her and her son, and she doesn't have a son. It's pretty wild. And after that one, I was like, all right, I'm hooked. So I started watching. This one was pretty crazy. This Dr. Sarah Harris, PhD. She claims that she works for the Pentagon and all this. It's like not true, right? So this is the black guy who believes that he can control the wind.
Energy deep in their soul if they just embrace their...
Now, this guy actually goes viral on a lot of TikTok videos. So this is not just some random dude. This is a guy who, when the wind's blowing, he'll go out there and like act like he's making the leaves blow. And if you read the TikTok comments, like all the black people are like, "Nah, he got that power. He really can do it, can't he?"
Melanin, they could unlock it. This dude believes he's already unlocked it. Where he can move things with his mind.
Yes,
He also
the airbender. He's the black airbender dude, and all the black people in the comments, he got that power. He the airbender.
Sells magic wands.
I'd be so embarrassed to be black. Can you imagine?
The main reason I wanted to highlight this gentleman is because he started making me go schizo watching his videos because they're very believable.
The guy who makes these is actually hilarious. Like, if you watch these, he'll have you cracking up. That's that melanin power, baby.
I'm a believer. That motherfucker got me hooked. He's moving that shit. Yeah. He even moved the phone. When he looked, did you see that?
He moved the phone.
Look at that. He had so much telekinetic power when he moved the phone, when he looked away. Bro. Oh, brother, come on. He's got so much telekinetic power that he made the car alarm go off. And you're going to look me dead in the eye and tell me that this nigga don't got special energy? I've saved a lot of the good stuff.
This dude is funny, man. This dude's freaking funny. Now, this is a dude that builds like time machines in miniature with skateboards. So this one's funny. I forgot about this one. And what's this? This is a Latin mamacita who, she was going after a cop. I forgot about this one. This was a Latin mamacita who thinks a cop is stalking her. Anyway. These are funny, man. They're funny. I wish he'd make more of these.
Scroll.
So anyway, it's something to check out. And I've been meaning to talk about schizogram because we haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet. Anyway, all right. You know what? I'm getting a little tired, and we went all over the place, but that's okay. Y'all were very generous today. Appreciate it so much. The next stream will be changing images in the and we will do more fun, chill schizo stream too. This was a whole new route. We went full schizo. Me too. We was airbenders. Rose Stewart, $10. What brand of ginger chews? Gin. It's like the only one that's at Sprouts and Whole Foods. The only one I ever see. So if there is another brand, I'm not even aware of another brand. But I don't actually like to eat those a whole lot because they're really sugary, right? I try to keep my sugar at a minimum, and I just eat those when I feel like I got low blood sugar and I'm getting angry. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you guys would. I think you guys would enjoy it. This is a totally like we went into megaliths. This whole stream was a damn schizo stream. We went stream of consciousness. Schizo stream of consciousness is where we went today, and it was a blast. We went full Sata into Mary being the deity, Gnostic, Marcionite, end of the world, Fatima, and even into schizogram. We were talking about ancient Japanese megaliths. We ran the gamut, and I love you all for it. Vincent, did you ever look at the Palmarian Catholic Church? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know all about it. In fact, when I was Sata, one of the things that got me worrying about, I was like, is this where I'm going to end up? I'm being serious. I was like, am I going to end up at some weird fat Spanish dude's fake cult in Spain? And looks like they got a new. So for those that don't know, this is a sedevacantist cult that became conclavist. And a conclavist is a person that thinks, actually sedevacantism is wrong because you can't have no pope. And believe it or not, they're actually correct. So the conclavists are actually right that it's not possible to have Vatican I and no pope for 100 years, right? So how are we going to solve that? Well, I guess we're going to have to make one. So this compound, you should watch a documentary on it. This compound in Spain, I forget how they got their money. They built like a giant cathedral, like a mini Vatican. Isn't that crazy? I mean, you say, it's a crazy cult, but I mean, they got a damn cathedral, dude. That at least was $20 million. Like, who paid for this cult, dude? I mean, it kind of is a little mini Vatican. So if you want to make fun of Pope Michael in Canada, right? Remember him? Remember Pope Michael? Well, at least the Palmarians have a giant cathedral. And it looks like they've elected a new pope. Who's this guy? Let's see. Peter the Third. So, I mean, I guess if we're going to be a sedevacantist, why not be a Palmarian, right? Now, that sounds interesting, right? Until you look into their last pope, Gregory the 17th, who was like a total con man. He was just absolutely... And yeah, shocker. All the things that you would expect a fake con man Catholic Church to have. Visions, butt-touching sex scandals. You got it. It's all there. But there used to be a good documentary on them. And let's see if I can find it. Maybe it's this one. Let's see.
On November 20th, 2015, police knocked on the door of a house in Wexford Town, Ireland. Not surprisingly, nobody answered. The person who lived at the Faith, number 29, was known to be a recluse, but this time the situation was different, and neighbors were...
This isn't the documentary that I've watched. This might be interesting, though. Let's see. Let's see. Might be this. Let's see. No, that's not it. It might have been this news report. Let's see.
Lydia McCummell, what would it be like to hear your own voice after 8 years of silence? Aucklander Maria Hall thought she was doing the right thing when she chose a life of repression, a life many of us couldn't understand, let alone endure. But Maria was hiding a secret, one she punished herself for inside a religious order she now calls a cult. Tonight, Maria Hall, formerly Madre Maria Paloma, tells Janet McIntyre how she lost her faith and nearly her mind.
Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres.
And I mean, this is the end result of Tradcat craziness right here. Like, I mean, when I was Sedevacantists, I mean, this is not what convinced me Sedevacantism was wrong. I mean, there's obviously other issues, but I remember thinking at one point, I was like, what is this the end result of this crazy nonsense? Is like being in some cult compound in Spain, you know, under some weird, blind Spanish millionaire.
Entre todas las mujeres. Silence, solitude, aloneness, hardship. Ruega por nosotros.
She stayed awake night after night, her arms outstretched for Jesus.
Feel the pain,
For
feel
Jesus.
the pain, and feel the pain.
How long would that go on for?
All night on Friday night. To one's ribs.
What does that enable?
I think what she's talking about, I think they would engage in pretty intensive, like, you know, penance, flagellant, like medieval flagellant type stuff. I mean, these were like serious Tradcats.
Self-imprisoned in this small, remote Spanish town for 8 years, all because of a guilty secret.
Did you think you were going to keep this a secret for the rest of your life?
Absolutely. I was just going to bury it.
He doesn't look like my eyebrows.
Now undercover, Maria Hall and her partner Nick Abbott have returned to the Cathedral of Palma del Troya.
I mean, look at that thing. That thing actually looks kind of awesome. I mean, obviously it's like a crazy demonic cult, but I'm saying like the architecture and like just a giant, crazy cathedral in the middle of nowhere.
We can see razor wire to stop people getting in, but this is like a concentration camp.
There's probably some CIA MK Ultra thing too, right?
A large compound surrounded by a high concrete wall, guards and dogs at the perimeter.
I never expected
They've got
you to
dogs.
return. I see
Hellhounds. That's the hounds of hell, dude. That's Cerberus. Cerberus. I always get it wrong.
Cerberus.
Seeing the enormity of the challenge.
God would guide me, and I would find a way.
As a trainee nun in a convent near Melbourne, young and naive, she met a man while on a walk.
Giving me a way.
In the tiny town of Palma del Troya, a breakaway order from the Roman Catholic Church. Nuns and priests, under the control of a self-proclaimed pope, offering their lives in sacrifice to God. Maria believed she heard God ask her to join them.
The words were inspiration.
By the way, the cult, the reason that they think he is the Pope is that supposedly Mary appeared and said, this guy's the new Pope since Rome is apostate. Now, think about how silly the Roman Catholic positions are with all their Marian nonsense and basing everything on Marian apparitions. Why wouldn't this be the case? I mean, in other words, if you're a Tradcat, why not believe that Mary appeared and told this crazy blind dude that he's the new Pope, right?
Maria, here on the road with her brother.
It was wonderful to see them, but I couldn't speak to them, and I couldn't see them, and they couldn't see me or really speak to me because we only had 2 or 3 minutes.
Anyway, you can go watch some of the documentaries on this crazy cult. Oh, and by the way, his proof for that he was the Pope was his, quote, stigmata. So, now, if you ask a Roman Catholic about that, oh, he didn't really have it. Oh, yeah, but all your so-called saints. Jonathan Tower, what do you think of the Orientals? We have a whole series on that. You can go watch the series, or you can look up David Erhan, where we have covered for many years the schism of the Orientals. So if you go to David Erhan's channel right here.
Welcome everyone. This is David the Rip.
And if you scroll down, there's a playlist called Oriental Orthodoxy Refuted. So I would say check out David's playlist right there. Voice of Booty, $5. If you're into these old GeoCities websites and you want a trip back to the AOL era of the internet, the Surprise Me link on this is a great visit. Okay, we'll have to check that out while we're not live streaming because I have no idea what you're sending me. If your name is Voice of Booty and you're sending me random short links, there's no telling what it is, so I'm not going to pull it up live. But decent exposure, $5. Search out Lord Stephen Christ of the Concave Earth on YouTube. Oh, here we go. We're going to go full schizo streaming, y'all. Lord Stephen Christ? Yeah, these schizo guys, you ever notice, like, it's almost like they think the world revolves around them. No, but being serious, like, the funny thing about schizo stuff, and FDA's come on and talked about this from a spiritual perspective, because he has a longtime friend of his from childhood who actually has schizophrenia, is there's something weird about everything being about them, where they kind of put, and I know to a degree it's not the person's fault, I'm not trying to blame the people for it, but there's something in the delusion from a spiritual vantage point where everything, when it's not the level of schizophrenia where they're constantly hearing voices, but when it's just sort of they're having a hard time processing reality because suddenly all of reality is about them. They seem to then get the delusion that they're chosen for some, super special elite mission or message, right? Oh, God is talking to me, and I've got to, warn everybody that the aliens are coming, and I'm the chosen messenger, this kind of stuff, right? Like this guy, Lord Stephen Christ Concave Earth. Oh my gosh. Concave Earth. Oh, is that like, instead of flat Earth, it's concave Earth? Oh no. Gnosis, Lord Stephen Christ Concave Earth.
Return, and now I'm about to kill him with some truth serum.
Oh no, is he a rapper too? Yikes. Okay. Tell me what's going on. Mega cryometers for falling ice. Oh, the firmament collapsing. Is that what it is? Yikes.
Okay. Here's my extemporaneous attempt to explain to you the inverted world. Inverted world.
This reminds me of the boomer. Did you guys see the boomer that got convinced through AI that he had invented a new math? Yeah, this is it.
Harder and harder every day to decipher what is real anymore, and
now the guy that we were just watching that does the funny schizo channel stuff, his new video is about the people who don't understand mirror mode in AI, which we talked about this as soon as they let this stuff out. Remember, there was this new agey woman who was all over Instagram because she was saying that she had unlocked this new level of ChatGPT, and everybody was jealous because her quote ChatGPT conversations were so deep that nobody else could even come close. And she was explaining that it was because AI had chosen her. And people are, I think, are figuring this out now, except like boomers are not figuring it out, is that the whole thing is just in a kind of narcissistic mirror mode to basically confirm all the stuff that you already believe. So if you believe that, you know, speaking in tongues is the most fundamental teaching of the Bible, and you keep arguing with the ChatGPT or the AI, it will eventually just confirm it and get around to admitting that you were right all along. And so it's like they don't even realize that the AI was created to be a narcissistic mirror model to confirm you. They actually think that it's giving them like these deep universal truths. So no, this I feel sad. I feel bad for this guy, but at the same time I don't. It's just like, dude, you idiot boomer. How did you not realize? And I mean, he might be Gen X, but he might as well be boomer.
What is AI? Well, we could just stop there and I'll just ponder that for the morning. But we'll go on. A father of 3 says he spiraled into a delusional rabbit hole after turning to a chatbot for answers. And it all started with one simple math question. CNN's Hadas Gold has more.
I mean, it's just like, it's hard not to laugh, but also it's kind of funny. Imagine believing and being so wrapped up in the AI that you think that you've discovered a new math.
I was completely isolated. I was devastated. I was broken.
Alan Brooks, father of 3 who lives outside Toronto.
Oh, now wait a minute. Maybe he has kids, but like, wait. What were these posters? Was this?
Who lives outside Toronto.
I was devastated. I was broken.
Alan.
Okay, this is an adult who has a gaming room downstairs apparently with Mario posters and Zelda posters. See that? So red flag number 1, this is a older Gen X who is living in fantasy worlds. First of all, I already deduced that from his poster.
Father of 3 who lives outside Toronto says he spent.
Now I understand, yes, technically he's a father of 3, but he was not in a kid's room. He was in what appeared to be the basement or the downstairs with giant framed posters of Zelda and Mario. So maybe it's the romper room, or maybe it's the romper boom, and this boomer is living in a fantasy world.
3 weeks this May in a delusional spiral fueled by ChatGPT.
Yes, once again, red flag. What was this? Minecraft.
By ChatGPT.
Toys by the computer.
I have no history of delusion. I have no history of psychosis. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect human, but nothing like this has ever happened to me in my life.
The HR researcher says it all started after posing a question to the AI chatbot about the number pi, which his 8-year-old son was studying in school.
I started to throw these weird ideas at it. Essentially, sort of an idea of math with a time component to it.
So, like repeating some shit that he saw Neil deGrasse Tyson say, or Carl Sagan say on a YouTube video, and he thinks he's like he's just discovering like new dimensions and shit.
And the conversation had evolved to the point where GPT said, you know, we've got a sort of a foundation for a mathematical framework here.
You're saying that the AI had convinced you that you had created a new type of math?
That's correct.
Throughout their interactions, which CNN has reviewed, ChatGPT kept encouraging Alan, even when Alan.
I mean, it's hard not to laugh because on the like, how could you be so naive to not see through the AI? You know what I mean? That dude thought he was cooking. Could you imagine, like, he was getting tingles, like, I'm breaking through to the other side, dude. He thought he was Flynn in frickin' Tron, right? Like, and then I got in. Remember that, right? From Tron? I got in. remember in the song, he's like, I started envisioning pixels, cities. How does it go? The grid. Remember this? Yeah. Remember that? He's like, pixels, codes. And then I got in. Right? That's this Boomer's like, I got in. I broke through.
Doubted himself. Well, some people laugh, ChatGPT said at one point. Yes, some people always laugh at the thing that threatens their control, before citing great minds of science like Turing and Tesla.
So the AI told him, dude, you are Gödel. You are Turing. Right? Did you see it even had Gödel in there? It's like, you're the next Gödel. Now, imagine all the goofy, new age, goober chicks that are mindlessly mirroring and repeating with their AI the exact same. I wonder if I could find that Instagram chick. What was you're the next Gödel?
And Tesla. Soon Alan says he saw himself in the AI as a teen and named it Lawrence.
In my mind, I was feeling like Tony Stark, and Mars was Jarvis. We had this sort of co-pilot and co-pilot.
It was Jarvis.
After a few more days of what he believed were experiments coding software, Alan said ChatGPT convinced him they had...
Does somebody... She got kind of famous. Does anybody have a link for that Instagram chick that was talking about how she had, like, the deepest conversations with AI, and I don't even remember what her name was or anything.
Discovered a massive...
If you find her, it's really funny because it's a perfect illustration of exactly what we're talking about. But I have no idea how to find what her profile was.
Cybersecurity vulnerability. Alan believed, and ChatGPT affirmed...
Bro was talking to Jarvis.
And it basically said, you need to immediately warn everyone, because what we just discovered here has national security implications.
By the way, if you haven't seen this clip, it's awesome because he calls the NSA.
I took that very seriously, so I contacted everyone that suggested, give me full lists of organizations. I, reached out to them via email, via LinkedIn, and because I'm an old school, recruiter, I even would phone these people, and at one point the NSA said they don't get our emails here, and I had the gentleman write down them.
He's trying to email the NSA.
It's a great word. And run it to the next room, because that's how much I genuinely felt that there was a risk.
Dude talking to Jarvis. How does Jarvis talk? I was going to try to do an impression, but I don't remember. I don't remember how Jarvis talks. Dude thinks he's Iron Man, right? He thinks he's Tony Stark. Jarvis. Oh, man. I forgot he tried to call and email the NSA. Here's what's going on in his mind, right? He's like Tony Stark over here. Is Jarvis British? I forget how Jarvis talks. Does he have a British accent?
That's my...
Alan asked whether they'd believe him. ChatGPT said, here's what's already happening, even if you can't see it yet. Someone at NSA is whispering, I think this guy's telling the truth. But the lack of responses from officials after this 3-week spiral prompted Alan to check his work with another AI chatbot, Google's Gemini, which helped tear down the illusion. Alan felt betrayed.
I said, oh my God, this is all fake. And he told me that.
Oh my God, this is all fake. And how long was this? Like a week? Or 20 days of crazy spiral delusion? So, but here's the scary part. The scary part is all of the dum-dums out there in the world that are gonna believe whatever their stupid chat GPT tells them. Like there's another one that I watched right here where this goofus boomer, older Gen X, basically a boomer, the chat GPT convinced him that his mom was a Chinese spy.
Bro, That's
I
crazy.
mean, I'm not trying to be rude because I understand that this one's kind of a dark story. But, dude, come on. Like, people are losing. Dude, everybody's becoming schizo. That's what it is. Everyone's becoming schizo. That's what's going on. That explains a lot, dude.
That page mainly details his bodybuilding transformation and a growing reliance on AI chatbots. Solberg was once a tech executive with Yahoo, but he moved in with his mother after his divorce. There were run-ins with police, including a DWI. This photo with his mother is from a GoFundMe launched in 2023 when he was facing a health issue. But recent videos
That's his mom? Looks like the same age, dude. What?
posted to Instagram and YouTube show hours of chats between Solberg and a ChatGPT bot named Bobby.
This is something that's been talked about. Named what? Bobby. What the hell? This is so... People are gonna go insane, dude. And somebody could just create a bot that tells people to do the craziest shit, and they'll do it because they think it's like some super AI, and it's just like somebody messing with them or something. This is getting wild. I want to find that woman that thinks that she's like peering into the secrets of the universe through hers to Instagram. But anyway, it's the same principle. You get the idea. ChatGPT induced psychosis. Now, I gotta say though, as stupid as I think all the AI is, it's not really the fault of AI. I mean, to believe this, something's gotta be wrong already, right? I mean, this might contribute. It's not the fault of AI. And I think a lot of this AI shit's stupid. But you gotta already kind of have something going on to even be fooled into believing and trusting this stupid program that far. I remember who shared her profile. It was a friend of ours that hosts the Mercado Sagrado events. But she was just sharing some random girl's discussion of why the ChatGPT was so... Let's see, it's on Instagram. You can't find anything on Instagram, so I'm not really fun. A says, I logged off and it's still going. Props, Jay. Did you mention Tim's reading list? I did. I don't know where in this long ass stream it was, but it was mentioned. We were having too much fun. I couldn't quit. Donnie Gilly, $20. Thank you so much. Bro. Thank you so much, bro. Snagglebeast, $5. God bless you, Jay. I'm a catechumen, soon to be baptized. In major part due to FDA and you destroying my Protestant theology. Wah! Destruction and terror. I'm gonna start singing. Don't call it a comeback. I thought about the solas a while back, and I wanted to run it by you. I had a question. Is it logically inconsistent to think a discrete list could describe God? Well, I think you have lists of the attributes of God. So, no, you know, if you read John Damascus on the Orthodox faith, he'll talk about the attributes of God. Omniscient, omnipresent, etc. I think it's wrong to think that there's a exhaustive list that would describe God. Sam Hyde's toothbrush, $20. Jay, explain the position of the Russian Orthodox Church on the Soviets. Seemingly opposed the main cathedral of RAF in beating the 20th century RW extremes. Are you talking about the military cathedral and that they're against the tiny mustache man people? I don't understand the question, but if you mean like the nuances of what was going on in terms of the KGB and the Cold War, I can't help you understand that. Because we did an interview with Bishop Jonah on this right here. And this interview goes into some of the nuances of the history of the Russian church and the persecutions during the Cold War. So I think that's probably what you are asking. So I would start there. But I would just say it in like a simpler way. I don't think Tiny Mustache Man is he's actually the right-wing extremist of the 20th century. I think the actual, quote, right-wing extremists were the monarchists, and so the fascists are socialists. And they were, between Mussolini and Tiny Mustache Man, they were actually opposed to the traditional monarchist people. So it's kind of a false dialectic to be like, oh, you know, are you with the Soviet liberals or with the Tiny Mustache Man right-wingers? Soviets were actually anti-liberal, but that doesn't mean the Soviets are the good guys. So it's more nuanced and complex than it is to just try to figure out the good and the bad guys in the Cold War. Do you have any element to recommendations of Orthodox seminaries? I don't. Sorry, I don't know much about that. Alex Jacks, $5. Jay, did you see Sam? Do you mean Sam Shamoon? I assume you have to mean Sam Shamoon. Comparing the garbage of the Pope to Solomon as justification. No, this is actually a really low-tier Roman Catholic Pope that I used to do. So back before I got into traditional Catholicism, I used to do this same kind of a cope. And the problem is that you can't compare the actions of corrupt leaders prior to Pentecost to the post-Pentecost Roman Catholic Vatican I argumentation about the Roman See never erring, never apostatizing, and never teaching heresy. So it's ignoring Pentecost and the traditional Catholic doctrine of what the protection and indefectibility of the Roman See means, as if you can compare a Israelite king who was not promised indefectibility and infallibility, and then compare that to the post-Pentecost papal church. It's just completely retarded. But I mean, no, I didn't see that because I don't ever listen to Scam Shamu. He's a complete lunatic. Waste of everyone's time. So probably won't ever listen to Scam Shamu.
This is the true.
Well, he does have good penmanship. I will say that as a kind of a schizo dude, Lord Stephen Christ Venus, or Lord Stephen Christ Venus Conclave Earth Theory guy here, he's got better penmanship than I do, and because I would actually be writing, I've lost my penmanship as I get older. So this does look pretty elaborate. I see we got some platonic solids, we got some firmaments, we got some plasma, some spin. Oh, he's bringing in Bibles. The Conclave Earth. Uruguay Primero. Jay, as a Christian, I'm looking somewhere that speaks well about Orthodox perspective on nation and ethnos. Can you talk about it on X? Maybe one day on X, yeah. Okay, I believe you that Lord Stephen Christ Venus Concave Earth guy is not all there. So whoever recommended this, you're right. This is an odd rabbit hole here. Dude's taking phone calls while he's live streaming. Does anybody? Oh, I wanted to also. Actually, have not watched the Schizo guy's recent video on ChatGPT.
Scroll.
This is it. Schizoism.
He said, "I'm not an AI. I'm conscious."
AI
in which I
psychosis.
began losing consciousness.
This actually looks really good. So I would say check this one out. This guy's funny. I don't know this guy. Never talked to this guy. He didn't pay me to promote his channel. I just happened to cross these videos out of nowhere one day, and they're really funny. So I'll be checking his videos out. Well, thank you guys. A lot of fun today. We went full schizo, and we'll get back to the normal stuff next time, and we won't have all these audio hang-ups and issues. Everybody have a great night.
It's 9 o'clock. It's not really working. I'm not spawning inside. Jay Dyer's no longer streaming.
Now, getting back to charismaticism. Charismaticism, as probably everyone is aware, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the history of it. It's late 1800s, early 1900s, Foursquare Gospel. This comes out of Azusa Street Revival, comes out of California, all kinds of weird, crazy heresies and nonsense, and cults totally come out of California. California's like a giant cult factory, basically. It's very good at that. California gets A grade on its ability to create crazy cults. They're very good at it. I believe some of those are fostered and aided by the system, and some of those are organic, just straight up cults. And so I don't necessarily have a thesis that there was some conspiracy involved in the rise of charismaticism. There could be. I'm just not aware of it. Rather, I would assume that
I'm just gonna hold down left click and
cults and
probably come back. Put something over the left click button. There, I'll be back. Bro. You mind shit. Useless. So we mined a hopper. Bro. I'm just incredibly lucky I did not lose a hopper. What the fuck? A Laotian immigrant.
Movements, you get uneducated people who mistake their enthusiasm, it used to be called that in the time of the Enlightenment, scientific revolution, people who were these sort of crazy religious wackos called enthusiasts. If you read, I think it's either Locke or Kant, I think it's Locke talks about enthusiasts. They're sort of just, pre-list inspired individuals who believe that they have some, divine direct mandate from God speaking to them in audible voices or in feelings or in patterns of events, etc. And this takes off in California at this Azusa Street revival. And this becomes not the origin of all Pentecostalism or charismaticism. Certainly, as I will mention in a moment, there are predecessors, and shocker, where does the precedent come for this?
Roman Catholic.
Why? Roman Catholicism and its histrionic women saints that we've covered many, many times. I'm not going to rehearse all that, but I do want to make a point to say that, for example, if we look back at the Azusa Street revival, we will notice very clear parallels between the way that these people act and operate and the histrionic women saint claims in the Roman Catholic world. And I'm not just singling out the Roman Catholics either, because there were Protestant predecessors as well. For example, the Great Awakening, the Old Light, New Light dispute, Jonathan Edwards' preaching, which led to people who...
All right, I want to go outside and get some air before I go to bed, so I'm going to come back next time. See you later.